Hey guys, and welcome back to this new series. Well, I can't really say welcome back because it's a new series, but today is a new series. It is about pet teams, and this is probably my number 2 team. It is the conflagrators, and as you may have guessed, it is all about the conflagrate ability. And every single one of the pets that are in this team have the Sorry about that, I have a lot of phlegm in my mouth, well, throat, because I have the flu still. So we are using the conflagrate ability for all the attacks. Now this is what I like to think of as high risk, high reward, because you're putting all your hope on that they don't have a team stacked with critters, which most people don't use critters, so you should be grand with that. And if they use mechanical types, they're pretty much screwed with the conflagrate ability because it is elemental. And elemental types have a very good strength against mechanical types, but they have a weakness against water, which is kind of sucky. So that's why I decided not to use every single other elemental type, because the conflagrate ability usually comes on people that are mechanical, or not mechanical, they are elemental. So I kind of found 2 that weren't mechanical. Most or all Dragonhawks will come with this, and they are dragon types, which is pretty nice. And they have the flame breath, which will give the added of burning, which is fantastic for conflagrate, because conflagrate does an extra about 200 damage when your opponent is burning, which is quite a lot of damage, and it does an upfront damage of about 400 to 500 if I can remember correctly. And I'm just showing you pets that I could have used, like the Fell Flame here, that has the Scorch Earth ability, which is really, really good. Especially if you load your team out with elemental types, because you will not take the damage every turn because your elemental type is removed from weakness. And here is the Phoenix Hatchling, which has the Peck Attack, which is great against water types, but it is also a weakness to water because it is elemental, which isn't great. So that's why we have got the Dragonhawk in here, because it has the Quiller's attack that is strong against water types, and he is a dragon type, so he does not have the weakness to water, which is really fantastic. And we also have the harbinger of flame, which is a humanoid, so he has a humanoid attack called Jab, which is strong against dragon types, which is really, really good. He also has 2 attacks that are elemental. He has the immobilate ability, which puts a dot on your opponent and also puts them as burning, which is fantastic. And he also has the conflagrate ability, of course. And as you can see, most elemental pets that are of fire type do have the conflagrate ability. And the Pandaren Fire Spirit is pretty good for conflagrate. He has some nice attacks and stuff, and he's quite strong. But saying that, the strongest elemental type that you can possibly get is Little Ragnaros, and he is just unstoppable. He is so strong, and the way that they've buffed, sliced, nerfed the conflagrate ability means that he doesn't need to use his flamethrower ability to have super damage, because his conflagrate ability does about 600 damage anyway. And I'm just going to show you a quick fight here, and I'll talk about Ragnaros still. His Sons of Flame ability will give him a 2-round defense, and also do about just under 300 damage per hit. So at the minute I am showing you against a water type and 2 critter types, just to show you the weaknesses. Sorry about this, my throat is so stacked at the minute. And his sulfuric smite does about 300 to 400 damage, which is pretty fantastic. So as you can see, I really made light work of that mongoose, and as you can see, the elemental attacks are all weak against this guy. But we can just switch out and bring out one of our other pets, which we are using our Dragonhawk, which has the Flame Breath, which is a Dragonhawk ability, which will put a dot on him and mean that he's burning. So we will conflagrate him up, and I'll show you the damage that conflagrate does against something this week. Still 400 damage, which is such a high amount of damage even though it's weak. And as you can see, it made a light work of that grasshopper and is going to make light work of this grasshopper as well. So as you can see, for the combo, it is really effective because you don't want to stack your team with the same type. Really, you don't want to do that unless you have a really good game plan and you know that your opponent's not going to have those. So as you can see, that is really how easy it is. And I have a PvP pet battle coming up off the conflagrators today, so watch it and you will see it in PvP action. And there's quite a few of them as well around. And I've been Willow, guys, and I will see you all later.